Hey there, YouTubers. Silver Skull Gamer here. Looking at chopped up pieces of a Big Mama cannon that I used to make my Land Raider Ares. Used a fine saw to chop the main body in half, and now I'm testing it on the body of the Land Raider. I just have that front piece in. As you can see it under there, kind of shaved some of it down, chopped it up a little bit, but trying to figure out how to use both pieces of the main body, the Big Mama cannon. Um, I was gonna have to do a lot of modification at the top of the Land Raider to get that to fit. So start looking at the Land Raider without it. Um, Finally, I take that stock piece of the front of the Land Raider out, and I just put plastic card in there. I chop out the closed hatch, and then I put the vents. Start trying to figure out how to put the vents, and I see they fit almost perfectly like that. Put a little piece of plastic card underneath the where the other venting is, and you can see I'm trying to hold the big piece of the Big Mama cannon back up further. Looking at it again, another piece of the back plate of the Big Mama cannon chopped and put alongside. Here we're putting the cannon or the dozer blade really close. You can see here how close it is though to the front of the Land Raider. And then there's how it would look from the front. Actually fits really well, but I figure that the cannon's too high, so I figure out that if I move the cannon down and then place a razorback top plate up top, it allows me to mount the assault cannon, which otherwise I would not be able to fit on this version of an Ares, and that's part of the Ares kit is an assault cannon. So I use the razorback plate there and just move the Big Mama cannon down low, and here you can see kind of a mock-up of how it looks. Um, and I end up liking that, and that's what we end up going with. However, you can see the Big Mama cannon the way it was kind of, there were some gaps in the sides, so I get some thick plastic card and cut two pieces, two spacers basically, glue it to the side, and then when I slide it in, it fits exactly snug between the fenders there. There you can see it from the front, no gaps, looks great. Blue tack on the assault launchers, see how it would look. And now I get a thick piece of plastic card again to get rid of that door. And I don't have any pictures, but I end up using some strips of plastic card and rivets on there to give that some detail, even though you can't really see it when the whole thing's together. So now here's a new mock-up of what it looks like. And you see the cannon's a little high above the dozer, and you got to push the dozer out a little further, but it looks pretty good. You know, starting to take shape, starting to look like a tank. Kind of looks like, you know, maybe if it was painted, you know, it would made to look that way. So now we start modifying the Puppetswar resin dozer blade because it's too narrow. So here you can see my extensions that I've built, cut up and built. There's the pieces, the extensions that go on the back, and then the side plates to kind of try to get the curve. There you can see where I've used my Dremel and a sanding wheel to take the edge off the sides of the Puppetswar blade. And then I took the mounting posts off the back, tried to sand those down as well. And that's what it looks like, kind of all trimmed up. And then we start gluing on plastic cards. There's the extensions on the back, just glued on with super glue, and then the side plates. And then I realized that it's kind of a flimsy connection, that right angle like that. So there you can see some strips of plastic card kind of butted up on the inside. Try to support those joints a little better. I think it's kind of a close-up view. And then I start filling in with a lot of green stuff, and it kind of looks okay as a rough job at this point. But then I start realizing that I just don't seem to have the skill to make that work. So what I end up doing is shaving off all the rivets, getting thin plastic card, and then covering the whole front of the dozer. So you can't even see the green stuff, don't have to worry about smoothing it out as much. Start putting a little battle damage on there. You can see the green stuff down the center where I try to make that smooth edge, that smooth joint. If you look real close, you can see that you can still see that green stuff line. I didn't get it sanded down all the way. So here we have some rivets and bordering and plastic card along the top. So basically to hide all the extensions and the green stuff work. Here's the chrome-like dozer blades on the rear to act as recoil blades to allow the Land Raider to kind of dig in when it starts shooting that massive cannon, and it won't go anywhere. There you can kind of see how the big thing's going to start looking. And here we go, side armor. So use a cardboard cutout to get the basic shape of the side of the Land Raider, and then cut out the plastic card, and then cut a little off the bottom so that the armor doesn't go all the way to the ground. And now I'm using blue tack. I've cut openings for the doors. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do the extra armor. As you can see, there's kind of a layered look here, and then I finally decided, no, I don't like that. So then I use the plastic card strips to make kind of a ribbed armor and sectioned off armor. And then the that gridded, and then there you can see I just threw that in there so you can see those top. I added some top of that gridded plastic card, and here's the finished product. This is kind of fast and furious, but just wanted to show you guys how I did this, how I came up with it, all the work that kind of went into it. For me, it was a lot of work. I've never done a major conversion, and there's the end product once again, and I'm pretty happy with it now. I think it's pretty awesome. It's beastly, which Land Raider should be. So hope you guys like it. Hope maybe somebody will try to do it a little better than me, and I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Please like. I appreciate all my viewers and subscribers. Thanks, guys.